We've been talking about singleness all this while, but today we're going to be talking about the curious kind of relationship, understanding the important and the purpose of relationship, and some certain reasons why there's a lot of struggles. So I think there's a question in the house that is going to give birth to this whole program. What's your question, Florence?
Yes, sir. My question is that what are the reasons why some people make wrong choices when it comes to relationship, and why do they attract wrong people at the same time? And again, what are the factors to get it right?
Okay. The question tonight is, why do people fall victim of making wrong choices, and factors in terms of wrong certain people in a relationship? Why? And what do we need to do to make it right? Tonight, I'm in a very short time. I'm going to try as much as possible to simplify it, but it's going to be on the full truth. I'll bring you the word as is stated. But I want you to understand there are two things involved in life, in the cycle of life and the cycle of difference in terms of choice making and decision making in life. There are two things involved that we must look deeply into tonight. Number one, we talk about your upbringing. See, I want to say something. Everybody attracts who you are. You cannot attract who you're not. And what makes up who you are, it is your personality. And what makes up your personality is your understanding, your mindset. And what makes up your mindset, it is your environment. And what you eat up determines what eats you up. So major times in life we see that people attract majorly who they are. Most of the time we're not aware. Our life radiates and passes a signal. Are you getting it? So the signal you always receive is who you are. For an example, a businessman, because he's used to a business cycle, will attract business people. Are you getting it? That's the environment he is. A farmer will attract people in that cycle. So the people who are in your environment is what you attract. And when we talk about environment, we are not talking about just your physical environment. We're talking about your mental environment, your spiritual environment, your before then we talk about your physical environment, then your social environment. All these things makes up who you are. So number one, your upbringing. When we talk about upbringing, we talk about parental orientation upbringing, we talk about societal upbringing, we talk about educational upbringing, we talk about mental. All these things comprises support to your growth. So they are the support mechanism and templates that lead to your growth. So you cannot actually give who you are not. Like I said, number one is our upbringing. Number two is our personality. What makes up our personality? Our personality is formed out of the things we eat, the things we listen to, the things we watch, the things we relate with, the things which are relative to us, the environment we are in, the level of information we are connected to that is available to us, and the kind of society we belong to. These are the things that forms our personality. And don't forget, every character is shaped from a person, a personality. Whatever character every man or woman exercise or attributes in a relationship forms his personality, is a conduct of his personality. You cannot act who you are not. When you talk about the Holy Ghost, you talk about fruits. Are you getting it? You talk about what is the fruit? Is essential personality of the Spirit. So you talk about love, gentleness. That is the attribute of God. It's called the personality of the Spirit. And when you talk about the flesh, you could talk about self. You could talk about so many things that is personal relative. So those are the things that makes the flesh. So you cannot say a man is this person or a woman is this person without talking about what makes who they are. That's who you are. So whenever they say who are you, it's not about what you have in your pocket. It's not about what you've been able to reach out to, or possibly what you're able to buy or what you're not able to afford. It's about who you are, the level of information that is available in your disposal. the level of personality that has formed your character. Those are the things that have made up who you are. So you cannot bring a different person into a relationship. So who you are bringing into meeting with anybody are these persons. So anytime you're meeting with a person, what you're selling out as a product first is exactly your orientation, which means your upbringing, or you're selling out your personality, which is who you are. Don't forget, your upbringing, I said, your orientation forms your personality, and your personality forms your environment. So every man takes an environment that he is. You cannot survive in an environment you are not. For an example, somebody who is brought up in the marketplace cannot survive in a lonely ground. Are you getting it? Everything around the person's life controls on sounds and noise. So if there is nothing like that going on in his or her environment, he can't survive there. So we need to understand these things. These things involve in our natural life. They involve around us. A person born in a quiet place will find it difficult to survive in a noisy environment. Because why? His entire personality has conformed to a silent environment. So if you take the person to a noisy ground, the person will suffer. So it is, our personality is formed by who we are. There is a book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, that talks about the effectiveness of man's personality. It talks about our cycle of concerns, our cycle of influence. All those things are generated from our environment. Don't forget, when we talk about environment, is exactly what makes who we are. So every man is a product of his environment. The kind of friends you keep, the level of communication, your level of communication, your level of negotiation, your level of association. Check the cycle of kind of friends you keep. Check the music you listen to. The level, everything you do is based on the environment.